Hello, everyone. This is Friedrich coming to you with another turn of War in the Pacific Admiral Edition, my PB play by email game with TF 1377. And I don't know if we've ever, well, I guess last turn we started with something other than anti-submarine attack. Here we go. Out of ammunition, so I'm expecting some interesting things in the South Pacific, but I wasn't expecting this. Okay, it looks like KB is moving off. See it up here. It looks like it's further north, and I think the S-35 decided to stick its nose up and see if it could shoot at something. Look at all this. So we spotted it, but they're heading away, so. Nice. Got hit on CM cruiser, what is that, a mine layer? So I'm not familiar with the Japanese cruiser mine layers. Is this something that he brought to drop mines in Koumac? Not sure yet, but if he did, I better be wary to enter that base with subs or anything else for the time being. But we have our carriers coming up into this area. My hope was to hit his ships again, but it looks like they're bugging out. We'll see. We'll see what I get. Ooh, 2 torpedoes hit. Let's see if we can hear it sinking. I don't know how strong these, how durable they are, or not. And the Japanese sub off New Caledonia. These minesweepers aren't really worth much, so that's okay. Okay. The I-5 misses, so of course these are just my anti-submarine task forces. Circling Pearl. Ah, is that his cruiser mine layer? Okay. I guess it's already air phase, so we're doing some spotting, looking around, snooping around. I got out of Balikpapan. He did a sweep earlier, and there was no point in sticking around getting destroyed. All right, so I could do a long range cap over here. The problem is that would really wear out my fighters, and so I opted to just keep them over the base locally here. So I did a long range cap from, I don't know, for Cebu. I'm circling Cagayan. This probably won't come to anything but some destroyed P-35s, but I don't want to waste the fighters. I mean, I kind of am here, but I'm saying if I leave them here and do nothing, they'll just be destroyed without a fight. So why not fly them up, see if I can do some damage, maybe get some ops losses out of this. We'll see. And also maybe causes bombers to miss the mark a bit for fear of this cap. See, I don't know the effect, if any, but why not give it a shot, right? Looks like no Bettys were turned away or shot down. So probably didn't do anything out of that. Our supposedly destroyed an 8. Our ace was flying out of here. I took him out of the unit to put him into a different unit because eventually this is going to be going away anyway. So I thought I'd pull him out of there. So, all right, here's a sweep from what is this? Johor, and sweep over to Singapore. And now his heavy raids begin. Let's see. Clear sky. So if it's clear, he's going to have good hits, but maybe we will too. So you can kind of see these sallies are, like I said, like a magnet. Oscars, well, I don't know if fighters get shot at, but Lily, 0. Only sallies. In the last few turns, it's all been sallies. Yeah, let's see how many bombers we shoot at this time with our flak. 9 damage, almost half. It's uncanny. Alright, I thought I'd bomb this, ruffle his feathers a bit. That might do nothing, but I don't know. I was thinking in terms of disruption, if nothing else, but heavy rain, maybe that's why, I don't know. Alright, the idea here is to bomb his moving troops, knock them out of move mode, and then try to get out of there myself. So, I don't 19 casualties, whatever that's worth. But we disabled some of his squads. What was our main target here? 78th Infantry Regiment, which is the big unit. But we also got these units here. Hopefully that means all 4 of these units have been knocked out of move mode. I have set this to some recon as well to kind of make sure I have the best eyes on what I'm targeting. I don't know. Now these heavy bombers, the goal here is to beat up on the base, to make it so he's less likely to use it, and also knock out his supplies. You can see some supply dump. So if we can make his units ineffective with here, we can take this back quickly enough, hopefully. Okay. I have, this doesn't look, I've got more than this. I don't know if it's an issue of, what's the word? Coordination, or if, or what the situation is. I know the Liberators are coming all the way from Brisbane, so it may be that I can't get all. Oh, that's right. It's not a level 5 airfield. I don't think. I think it's pretending it's a long range bombing, like an extended range bombing mission. So I'm not getting all of my bombers in here. So some supply hits here, runway hits. So discourage him from building this up. These Marauders are set to hit the ground troops, which they do nothing here. But again, 40th Brigade and Engineer Regiment knock them out of move mode, hopefully. These B-17s follow up raid on the air base itself. Supply dump hits. We'll take those. Okay. So these sallies are more follow-up sallies and more damages. Late sweep. All right. PM phase. All right. So we're seeing them moving away from. Okay, nice. Nice. Couple of reported hits. I'd still like to see them actually work. Now, this is supposed to hit the port. I don't know if he still has ships in port, and it looks like they're not doing anything because I was thinking if any ships survived my first attack, he would have put them in port. 3 hits. I was hoping he had still ships here, and I'm not going to chase these down. They're probably undercover by the KB. But my thought was his ships would move away slowly, and maybe they crept out under cover of the KB earlier, the damaged ones. I don't know. Maybe I just missed the turn that I could have knocked him out. Well, it is what it is. So for now, we just did 3 port hits, and that's what it's a waste of a bombing raid. So these guys are wasted for what I was hoping to use them. And yeah, I'll probably at this point return to base. With my carriers, because it looks like there's not much to do here. We'll see. That'll be something I'll think about, but now we're doing our recon. I wish we'd have done recon first. I don't know. What are you gonna do, right? All right, some more anti-submarine action off of New Caledonia. Okay, nothing doing. Okay, so bombardment attack here at Chusian. Bombardment attack at Bataan. And remember, we looked at the supply status, and these guys are pretty wrecked. Yeah, it's starting to, the toll is showing, and we're not getting anything return fire anymore. And here's Singapore bombardment. Let's get through this. This could take a while, right? So, ooh, okay. These, okay, 152 guns. We have 583, although I don't know what all those 583 might consist of, but we get hardly anything in return fire. Okay. I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay. They're bombarding us here at Milne Bay. All right, that's the turn. Expansions. I was hoping for a lot more action over Koumac, but alas. I'm not comfortable. He has a tanker, at least, well, supposedly. He has a tanker with his carriers. So I don't know if I feel comfortable chasing, because if he turns around and says, oh, okay, you want to fight, then he could obliterate my 2 carriers. So here, we'll take a look. All right, so we supposedly hit some of these this turn with our planes, but you know, for what it's worth, right? Okay. Right now I'm satisfied with what I've got rotating around here. So I'm not worried about this yet, this turn. Okay, so I was wrong. These battleships did not bombard this turn, but it looks like they moved a little bit just to get in position to do a run in next turn and then out. I'm hoping that's that's why it didn't happen. I'm hoping it's not just like a failed mission. Um, I mean, it's not looking like it's a failed mission, so I'm not stressing about it right now. Um, nothing really exciting happening up here. This is going to bring over some aviation support, and we'll be able to. We got the airfield capacity upgrading. Hopefully, it's. Uh, hopefully, they're working hard to get this base up and running. To at least one airfield capacity. I'd like to bring some of these airframes, fighters, circling over here in case he decides to come up this way with something. Maybe we can be covering this island. If he brings KB and says, "Hey, I want this island," I'd like to fight for it, even if I get wiped out. At least, fight for. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm feeling the desire to fight for some of this land. He can. I'm fighting already some of this up here. For example, Philippines, Malaya. I'm doing a terrible job of it, but I'm fighting for some of this land up here. Anyways, all game I've been trying to do some like slow him down in Malaya. Let's see, do some fights here in China before I decided holding some of these forward bases he was going to encircle me. So I pulled out of there because it looked precarious. He had guys starting to come up into this area, and I thought the better of it and decided to get out while I could. So I'm not really trying to run away, nor am I trying to be aggressive in confronting him. But I think there comes a point where, okay, you can't take this land anymore. So, okay, we have a pretty good idea of what he has here now, and high detection. Because he goes first and sends me the file. I might be wrong about this, but I think anything he does on his turn, like shuffling planes here, which it looks like he did, we can see that now. And now, if I keep my air units bombing this, hopefully they hit these planes on the ground. And he probably put these guys back on move mode, which is fine. We're on move mode. He hasn't slowed us down. We'll get this guy on move mode and try to get him out of there. Oh, wow. He moved 26 miles, even though he was disorganized. Okay. Maybe the guys were so routed they were running faster than everyone else, even without being in move mode. So we'll get out. Hopefully we'll get, let's see. Let's take a look one more time. So that means, hopefully, anyways, it means this unit and this unit should be out of this zone on their own next turn, leaving a couple of these others slowly needing one more turn to get through. So I'm going to hit the ground units one more turn. If I can stay ahead, I think I can rest my bombers. I'll have to get a couple more pilots for that air unit. Well, I'll do some of this stuff in a bit. I guess I jumped ahead because I was kind of interested in checking some of this stuff out. By the way, I just wanted to take a look here. I have reinforcements coming right here. They're not some heavy units. We talked about this last turn, I believe. Most of it is this regiment. But I think once we add this regiment, which they should get here right around the time these guys are down in this area, we will be ready to hold, maybe counterattack. I plan to hit this as often as possible and knock his supply out. That's my hope anyway. And these submarines are going to be, I'm gonna change this one. I'll do it right now while I'm thinking about it. So we're gonna change this to patrol. Um, we'll go. Okay. We'll just patrol something like that. Um, something like this. And the idea is if he's bringing supplies down, he'll run into my submarines. I might change the second one to also be right there. So the idea is he'll go from here. I don't know if that doesn't seem useful really. We'll go, okay, so I think we'll go from here up over here and then up here and just kind of do this triangle and hopefully catch some cargo ship if he's bringing supplies or anything. Hopefully this little rotation will keep him from bringing supplies down here. So, all right. The carriers are probably going to just, I don't know. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right now they're at 7. Yeah, he has some detection on these. Yeah, I'll process that here momentarily. I got I got even some of my damaged ships out of there. If you'll see right here, these guys had some damage, but they'll go repair. So they're heading over here to repair. I think this is some tankers. Yeah, they're bringing in some fuel to yeah, bringing in some fuel to Sydney and heading back. This tank apparently this tanker already dropped stuff off and they're heading back, so they should be okay. But then this is some air units, and they're getting close. I'm gonna have to start thinking about some space here. I really need to get this to capacity 10, so then there's no limit. I read that there's no limit to the number of planes. Well, that might be true, but I mean, there's no air support. I think I read something where air support isn't required. Well, we'll confirm all this later. We got plenty of time before we're level 10 airfield. But yeah, so we got some things happening here. It looks like he's bugging out. Here's his, see all those tankers, whether they're actual tankers or not, it's enough to make me think twice about staying here or moving up, because he could, if I say, well, I'll stay here one more turn, all he has to do is come down, like, and he easily could do it to right here, and he could hit these guys. So because I don't know what he's going to do, I don't want to take a chance. I'll head back. But he's getting away. I may not have destroyed any ships with that raid a few turns ago, but certainly took him out of action for a little while. But let's, I mean, you'd think 1,000-pound bombs would have done that, but let's take a look at what happened last turn. Starting with aircraft losses, we lost 1, they lost 6, and 4 of those were these Sallies that get tore up every turn. 1 Oscar to ops and 1 Nate to air-to-air. did we see air-to-air action? I think it's these long-range cap fighting missions that kind of, I don't remember any air-to-air, and it just happened. So I don't know if my memory is failing me or if what's happening is these air-to-air actions are happening in the background. We lost one Airacobra to ops. By the way, that reminds me. Last turn, when we talked about ops losses, I lost a bunch of Airacobras and some other things. It came to my attention when I was reviewing later that they were from this ground. They were destroyed on the ground here when he took Koumac. So I figured that out. Okay. Back to here. So the air-to-air, 530 to 492. These are the points, not the number of planes. But okay, that's fast. That's interesting to me. Hopefully, the pilots are affected also. No wounded or killed pilots, so we'll take that. All right. I will have to withdraw next turn these 3 air units, so I have to be ready for that. All right, ship sunk. Let's take a look at that. Last turn. Done. Okay. No. Now, that just means we don't know of any. But I'm very intrigued if we think that cruiser mine layer up here. I know it shows the CM still in the list. Who knows? But we'll be patient. We'll wait and see. Like I say, if we didn't sink any ship, they're certainly going to be sitting in port repairing at some point. We talked a lot about this already. I will say soon, yeah, soon we're going to arrive in Christmas Island. We have something here earmarked for that, and we'll drop it off and then continue on our way. He made his landing at Milne Bay, and we can't do anything about it. He may opt to bring more reinforcements to finally knock us out of here, but so far we're hanging on. These guys may just have to fight it out. If they get pushed out, I will airlift as much as I can back to here, at least of the 44th, because I'd rather rescue them than leave them to get wiped out and have to reconstitute them later. And then we'll have to think about what we're going to do in the future. I've already got some troops earmarked for Lunga, but that is a long way off. First of all, I mean months, because whatever we do up in here, first of all, may fail outright, but even if it succeeds, we can see with this Koumac operation that he still can do whatever he wants whenever. So we can't just do crazy stuff like that. All right. And we could see how little damage these bomber pilots did. So when they do a port attack, is it ground bombing? Or is it? I don't think it's naval bombing. I could always look that up sometime. Not much else going on over here. I'm shuffling some planes around. I've got these A-24s with an 8 range reach that are, you can see with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the black line is their normal range, and the purple, so they can reach out almost to Milne Bay. Now they can't quite make that, which is a shame. if I could operate out of here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it'd still be like roughly the same circle. Yeah, something in the same area. But I just can't really fit much more out here. It's kind of overstacked as it is with these Warhawks and Hudsons. By the way, the Hudsons I have to remove next turn, so that'll clear up some space too. So yeah, it's we'll still take a look and see what's going on over here, but it's still let's turn that off. It's still kind of slow in the Dutch East Indies. That cargo ship that came up here and dropped off stuff, he's bugging out, but I don't see him. It's hard to see with all these islands around, but I imagine his goal is to get out of here and oh, okay, so we don't want to direct normal, and all right, don't go to Balikpapan, go to Manado. Okay. I don't know what he's going to do because he's a little scared right now. So we can say, yeah, I don't know. We'll let him figure out his path home. But he certainly needs to figure it out soon so he doesn't run out of fuel. Um, so yeah, he just dropped off some stuff and it's already been sucked up by the troops. I'd like to get some more supplies here, but it's more critical up in Bataan. Okay. Speaking of which, I think this guy is heading up to. Nope. Let's see if we can redirect him to Bataan. Okay. I don't know if that's a secure move, but that's what we're going to do. But yeah, it's pretty dead around here so far. We are getting bombarded here, beat up pretty badly that turn. I mean, not not crushing, but just we came out the worse than the Japanese, that's for sure. And nothing going on in Burma at the time. We did bomb here, but that was kind of a wasted run. We will go back to training, I think. Actually, maybe we'll just ground attack, zero range right now, and just um, for now, let's see. Let's look. Fatigue 15. We'll run that for a turn, and then we'll see if we want to do another raid here. We are constantly from Rangoon doing a reconnaissance over here. So yeah, sometimes it seems like every turn I'll check on these guys, but they're certainly dying on the vine here. Or actually off the vine, they're not connected anymore. So he hasn't done too much aggressively. Chusian, we had a artillery bombardment. Yeah, this turn, Bataan artillery bombardment, but it looks like it looks like we don't have to expect too much happening. This guy, I don't know, he was bored, so he thought he'd sneak over here, but he's got guys here and guys somewhere. I'm going to cancel this move because he's going to see this coming a mile away. Even if he does, though, I don't know. Why not, right? These guys are doing nothing else anyway, and basically they're wiped out already. So a 0-man unit might do something here. Um, yep, I guess that about covers some of the things that I was noticing. I'm sure there's plenty that I'm not looking at. Balikpapan. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't pull everybody out of there, but it looks like, oh, these guys were probably just repaired. That's why. So we'll get them out also. And yeah, because he was doing his sweeps over here. If I fly, especially what was that, 45 planes? If I fly cap now, he'll just wipe those out. I don't even know how these guys have supplies. And if these guys do, I certainly don't know how they have supplies, but they don't have as much as required. So there is that. So we could, hey, if you got supplies, share them, right? We'll head this way, combine and share the wealth. So yeah, that about does it. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, but if I notice anything else, I'll try to make a note and bring it up next time. But oh, there is one thing I think I didn't point out. This is fuel to bring to Port Moresby. I do have patrols going here, and I just rather they not run out of fuel. But yeah, this is what I was really going to point out. This basically anti-tank unit is loading up, and the goal is to drop it here at Port Moresby. The more things I can get here to hold this, the better. So that's my goal. So that's what that is all about. So, and any more things that I have heading into the area, well, here's something aimed at Lunga, but that's a long ways away. I may redirect, but I don't have any specific things in mind right now. I mean, I could airdrop them here, help hold, but I don't know how much use they'd be. So anyway, so that's that. We'll circle back and revisit when we talk about the resolution for this turn, the 20th. We're already essentially probably more than 2/3 into this month. Hey, spring is coming, which doesn't mean anything weather-wise, I don't know, or I don't think, but we, but it means that, every time we have a new month, a new quarter, that means more of the scales tip toward us. So we just have to hang in there and keep up the fight. So until next time, have a good day. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you later.